Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. I'm so excited you're here. We are into day 2 of our 12 days of Christmas. I'm excited to share some fun appetizer recipes with you that you can take to any holiday party, and you are going to be the star of that party. Bring any one of these recipes in. They're gonna ask you to bring them back over and over again. So let's get in the kitchen and make some fun stuff. First recipe is going to start with slider buns. We are going to make some pizza sliders, but these are not just any pizza sliders. These are supreme pizza sliders. So we are going to put all kinds of fun stuff on these things. They're going to be amazing. Your friends are going to love them. They're super easy to do because, let's face it, friends, when you go to a party, nobody wants to spend a ton of time in the kitchen. You want to have a tasty appetizer, something fun to bring with you, but you don't have to stay in the kitchen all afternoon trying to make something to bring. It's gonna look like you spent a lot of time on it, but it's not. So let's get these sliders made. Okay, this bread was super fresh apparently, and it was not being very kind to me while I was cutting it, but it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get it cut, or we're gonna get them made. It's gonna be fine. They're still gonna taste amazing. But we're gonna start off with some sauce. I'm not using pizza sauce, I'm just using my favorite Bertolli. My husband's a little bit sensitive to tomato products, and so there's only certain brands that he can tolerate that don't give him horrible heartburn, and this is one of those brands. I'm just gonna take a spoon, and we're just gonna spoon some of our sauce. We don't wanna go super heavy, but you definitely want it to have enough sauce that you know you're eating a pizza. If we go too heavy with this sauce, they're gonna be really wet and soggy, and we don't want that. So we just want these to have a really good flavor with some really good ingredients. I love bringing sliders to parties because they are super easy. You can do all kinds of things with them. You can put all kinds of stuff in them. They don't take a whole lot of time to make them. And you can customize them any way you want. Let's do a little bit more on this corner down here. Like I said, we don't want this super gloopy, but we do want to have enough sauce on it. Okay, I think that's going to be enough. We're going to grab our meat now. So I'm just doing pepperoni and salami on these. It's what I have that I need to use up, so that's what we're gonna do. But if you want Canadian bacon, you can put that on there. If you want like ground beef or any of those types of things, it's your kitchen, it's your recipe, your friends. You do what you think your friends and your family are going to enjoy. But we want these to be loaded with flavor. Get some pepperoni. I love buying the bigger pepperoni at Walmart in the deli. So these are so big, we don't need but just 6 slices on here. If you want to load it more, you can, but I'm gonna try not to overload these things. All right, I'm gonna set our sliders aside real quick because we're gonna put some veggies on these. I don't want to overload it because these peppers are not cooked, they're raw. If you want to take the time to cook the peppers, by all means. I'm just not going to take the time to do it. I think it's going to be fine without cooking them. Okay, I think that's going to be enough. Like I said, I don't want to overload these. I want them to still, you know, be able to eat them. So we're just going to go ahead and sprinkle our peppers on these. Also, if you are concerned about them being raw and still a little bit crunchy, feel free, like I said, to cook them if you want to. I'm not going to. I am, though, going to take 1/2 of this, and I'm going to put jalapeno on 1/2 for my husband because he loves jalapeno and spicy stuff. So I will slice up a jalapeno for 1/2 of these. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. We're doing another jalapeno recipe in a minute, so I better get a cutting board. You never know how hot these jalapenos are, so I don't want to get that oil on my cutting board because then we'd be in trouble, because it takes a lot to get that heat off of your cutting board. I think 1/2, and I can already tell this pepper is hot because I can feel it on my fingers. So I'm just going to sprinkle this on 1/2. We'll save this other 1/2 for our other recipe. So here's our pizza sliders. Spread that jalapeno out just a little bit more. All right, now we're going to come in with some sliced mozzarella cheese. You could use shredded mozzarella if you wanted to. You could use provolone. There's any number of cheeses you could use. I'm just going to stick with something that is simple. I find that when you're doing sliders, sliced cheese tends to work a little bit better than doing shredded. It doesn't always work real well. We're going to give one more piece over here, just like that. All right, we got our top. We're going to put our top down just like that. We're going to melt a little bit of butter. All right, here's our butter. We're going to stir in a little bit of dried parsley. I'm going to give a little bit of color to our let's put a little bit of Italian seasoning in there too. Scrape all this down into the bowl. All right, we've got our brush. We're gonna go ahead and brush some of this butter and Italian seasoning over the top of our rolls. Take every chance we have to add some more flavor to these. So you could make them to this point right here and stop. Put some foil on them, let them hang out, and then you could throw these in someone's oven when you get to the party, wherever it is you're going, and that way they'd be nice and hot. You can see our little boy right here. We're gonna put a little bit of this Parmigiano Romano on top. We're just gonna sprinkle this on for a little extra color, a little extra cheese, a little extra flavor. So yeah, put your cheese on, have it ready, put some foil on these, and take these to the party just like this. We're gonna put these in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes, and they're gonna be hot and cheesy. Moving on to our second recipe in this, we are doing a chicken and jalapeno bite. These look amazing. We've got some of our ingredients already ready to go. So let's get them put together. So I have 6 slices of bacon that I cut the full size in half. So we ended up with 12 halves right here. Got 12 pieces of jalapeno right here. And our sauce is gonna be just a little bit of our Kinder's barbecue sauce with a few dashes of Tabasco. But let's put these together first. So we're gonna put down our piece of jalapeno on each one of these. And it says in the directions to cook these seam side up. Well, I know from experience when you cook bacon with stuff in it, it wants to curl. So I am actually gonna cook them seam side down. I think that's gonna work better. We've got some little pieces of chicken. We're gonna put those, oh, I missed one right there. I thought I had it right. Okay, so let's get all of our chicken put on here. Hopefully I did not cut these too short, because that could be a problem. Okay, so that's what goes in these. So we're gonna pull, now I part cooked our bacon because I always find that my bacon never gets really crispy or cooks all the way through. I don't feel like when I do wraps and stuff like that. So I went ahead and cooked it ahead of time. And I'm thinking, friends, I did cut these too short. I thought whole pieces were gonna be way too big, but apparently I should have used whole pieces. But it's gonna work, we're gonna be fine. We're just gonna flip them over seam side down so that they stay together. So if you make these, I would use full pieces of bacon. Because obviously this bacon shrunk quite a bit. So we're just gonna go with it. It's gonna be fine. All right, we're gonna put a couple little dashes of Tabasco in our barbecue sauce. Give that a little mix. And then we're just gonna put a little of this on each one. Gonna go in the oven 400 degrees. Our third recipe starts with fresh strawberries. These are going to be stunning at any holiday party. They're gonna make a beautiful statement. But first we gotta make the filling that goes inside these. So since it's just hubby and I eating these strawberries, I don't need to make the full batch of 20 strawberries. I'm just doing half. So I'm doing 10 strawberries, 4 ounces of cream cheese. It calls for a quarter of a cup of powdered sugar. But since we're cutting it in half, that's only going to be 2 tablespoons. And what I love about this is it has sour cream in it. It goes a little bit shy, just a touch more. It uses sour cream in it, and that's going to help cut with some of the sweetness in this. You're not going to have a really sugary sweet cheesecake filling. So we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of sour cream. I'm just using the squeeze sour cream. That's what I have on hand right now. So we're just gonna squeeze a couple of, and just a tiny bit of vanilla, just like that. We're gonna give this a really good beat, and then we'll get our strawberries filled. Okay, before we can fill our strawberries, we have to cut them. I've already cut all of them but this one right here so I can show you guys how this works. So you take your strawberry, we're gonna cut slits in it. We don't wanna cut all the way through. So we're gonna cut it down. You're basically cutting it at all angles. Just like that. And they're gonna come open like a little flower when we put our piping tip in there. Grab our piping bag. We're gonna use our glass trick that we've used before. Let me find my tip, here it is. So we're just gonna drop our tip. Whoops, let's get the other bag. Okay, just like that. So we have our tip in, we're gonna drop it in our glass. We're gonna fold down our piping bag so that we can put our cheesecake mixture in here. I love using the glass, that way you don't have to fight trying to hold the pastry bag while you're trying to fill it. We don't want to overfill these. They're not very big strawberries, so they don't need to have a whole lot of cheesecake filling in them. So we're going to take our tip, we're going to stick it right down inside the strawberry, and we're going to squeeze. And just like that. So find your center, stick your tip in there, that pushes the strawberry open. And then we're just gonna fill it on top. Find our opening. All right, we are gonna finish these off with a little bit of dark chocolate. When I was reading the recipe, it says that you can drizzle with dark chocolate. There's all kinds of things you can do to this to finish these off. I think dark chocolate and strawberries are a classic combination, so I think those are gonna be super tasty together. I'm doing 20 seconds at a time just to make sure we don't over melt them. Just starting to melt. Let's just do 10 seconds more. These would be so stunning on a platter. All right. Give this a stir, make sure we get it all of our little melting wafers down there. All right, so I'm not gonna do a lot of chocolate, that's why I didn't melt a whole bunch. I just want a little bit on these. It would be better to put this chocolate in a pastry bag or something like that to put it on here to give you a little more control over where it goes, but I still think they're gonna be really pretty. I just did not want to have to go get another pastry bag out. All right, friends, look how stunning those are. Are those not beautiful? Those are gonna be so tasty for dessert. I'm gonna put those in the refrigerator so they stay nice and cold, and our cheesecake doesn't kind of turn liquid on us. These will be tasty after we have our sliders and our chicken jalapeno bites. We got one more recipe to share with you, and then we're gonna enjoy this food. All right, for our last recipe, we are making a fantastic mocktail. This is gonna be super delicious, so let's get it made. So this is very simple. It has sparkling cranberry juice, pineapple juice, It has a little bit of orange zest, some fresh cranberries. I was reading it and it says you can put jalapeno in if you want to, so I'm gonna put some jalapeno in my husband's. I'm just gonna do some cranberries in both of them, some orange. So it's basically equal parts almost, sparkling cranberry juice to pineapple juice. Now, if you wanted to put alcohol in this, you can certainly put some vodka in it. That would be a good mixer for this. I'm just keeping it as a mocktail. Put a little pineapple juice in here. Give it a little stir. We're gonna put we'll float a few fresh cranberries. Just for that little holiday, you're not gonna eat them, but it's just that little holiday flair. All of our recipes are done. Getting ready to pull out my sliders. That's what I was trying to think of. Put a little orange twist on here. There's our cocktails, mocktails. We've got our chicken. We're gonna put just a little bit more of the sauce on these just to give them a little bit more flavor. Then these get finished with something I'm kind of excited to try. I've never had it before, and that is a Mexican crema. It's a Mexican style sour cream. I've never had it before, so I'm excited to try it. It's very loose. We're just gonna drizzle just a little bit. That, friends, is some very easy recipes that you can take to any holiday party. They're going to be amazing. Your friends are gonna love you for bringing this stuff. I'm excited to go sit down and eat this, watch some football tonight. It's gonna be a great night. Thank you guys so much for joining me in my kitchen today as we made some fun Christmas recipes for your next holiday party. These recipes are so easy, so simple. They take no time at all to make them, minimal ingredients, but they're gonna have a great wow factor when you take them to your holiday parties. I'm excited to try this. Oh, that's good. Nice and refreshing. I like that. So glad you guys joined me in my kitchen today. It means so much to me that you take time out of your day to come and spend time in my kitchen and see what I'm doing. Hope you guys have a happy, Merry Christmas, a happy holiday season. Get to spend time with your friends and family and your loved ones. Don't take that time for granted because time is very short. And we want to spend as much time as we can with family. Be intentional this year at Christmas. Be intentional, be present when you're with your family. It's so important to do that. I'm starting to learn to value that. So I hope you guys will too. If you have not yet, please hit that subscribe button so that you're a part of our YouTube family. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we upload a new video. If you have not yet, please share my channel with all of your friends and family. We are so close to hitting the 1,000 before the end of the year. That's my goal, and I'm hoping that you guys can help me achieve that. Share these videos. These are great recipes. Your family and friends are gonna love them. Leave me a comment and let me know what your favorite holiday party appetizer is or your favorite holiday treat to bring to a party. Let me know what your favorite is in the comments. I look forward to hearing those, and we'll talk to you guys in the comments. Have a great day, friends, and God bless. Cheers.